calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Mike, here we go. Mike, 5-4. Watch the screen. We're going to 52.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Elliott. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Prescott now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
partner. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All day, every day. Anytime.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Westbrook, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Marr able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold...
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's caught by Coleman. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. It's Coleman here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. What do you need? You better be afraid of me. You better.
On first down, Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Rush in. Greystone travel.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 5-yard touchdown. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40. A first down carry by Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Again, it's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt.